This is Movietone. Lionel Gamlin reporting. When the royal family visited Port Elizabeth, the port in Algoa Bay where the English settlers landed in 1820, one of the big events was the rally of 18,000 white schoolchildren in St. George's Park. Full-throated cheering was a feature of this occasion, and the youngsters kept it up pretty continuously. After addresses of welcome had been presented, the King signed the Golden Book, reserved for most distinguished visitors. Many residents in Port Elizabeth and the district were presented to their Majesties and the Princesses. It was a great day for the town, which has retained its predominantly British character. And of course it was all very thrilling, if vocally exhausting, for the children. The next morning, tribute was paid by coloured children, 3 of whom shyly presented bouquets. They said it charmingly with flowers, and they represented some 10,000 native boys and girls assembled in the park. Everywhere in Port Elizabeth, loyal greetings made the visitors welcome, but we can only show you the highlights of their stay there. One was the garden party in Victoria Park, given by the veteran mayor, Mr. Syme Neve, and his wife. There were about 4,000 guests at this party in the charming recreation grounds in the suburb of Walmer. And here's a typical roadside scene as the royal visitors drove along to fulfill another engagement. One of the local sights is a giant vine, the biggest in South Africa, and that's saying quite a lot. It typifies an important industry of the province, for the wines of the Cape constitute a big business. At Rough Renette, the aged Mrs. Fletcher was presented. 101 years old, she claims to be the oldest living descendant of the 1820 settlers, her mother having landed with them at the age of 3. Here at New Brighton, an all-Bantu welcome for the great white Inkoos, or chief. A dancing and shouting welcome given by native tribesmen, Xhosas, Tembus, Fingos, Zulus and the rest. At the famous Snake Park, the royal family watched with considerable surprise while the keepers calmly handled the deadly reptiles. There were hundreds of snakes, and their poison fangs have not been removed. Yet Johannes and Daniel played about with cobras, puff adders, mambas, and dozens more, completely unconcerned. It's said that these keepers have often been bitten and are now immune. It wouldn't surprise me to see them bite the snakes.